And we're back. Welcome to another episode of Tanner's Terp Tasting, this time with Kale and Lizette. How's it going, guys?
Good.
You guys, I'm so excited. I was not expecting this.
This is my favorite part about recording here, is we're able to tap in so much into like the Dabbler Depot community. It's always fun sort of seeing who comes up in the studio. So I'm happy you're here joining us today.
Yeah, I was just in the neighborhood and I was like, wait, Kale is down the road from me. Shut up. I'm about to drive over there. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what I did. And we just caught up a little bit and now we're here.
I dig it. Well, this is Tanner's Terp Tasting. For those who have never seen this show before, welcome. We taste terps. We like to look at the jars, taste them with our eyes. We like to smell them. We taste them with our nose, and then we do a dab when we taste them with our tongue, and then we rate them on our patent pending token system 0 through 10.
So you're not just like licking the like.
We haven't yet, okay. But if someone wants to write in and say why we should, we're not opposed, maybe. But no. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at this jar from our friends at Solventless. Now, has been on the show before. They're a local crew. Today, we got their Bananaconda that we're going to be talking about, but I'll slide that over to you. You guys can give it a smell.
All right.
Talk about the sticker.
Check.
Talk about the all of it. What
what
sort of do you see?
Okay, first of all, I love the color. The magenta is giving a lot of girly vibes for me, so I'm here for it. Not gonna lie, not a strong scent for me. What do you think? What do you get?
I get a little bit, but yeah, like you said, there's not a whole lot there. I get kind of like a sour out of it. But
it's very faintly there, but I'm curious to see how it smokes.
But Tanner also keeps all of his stuff in very good shape, so.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, this was one that came to me a little bit ago and has been chilling in the fridge. So I've not given it a smell at all yet, but that is not necessarily what I was expecting. It was described to me as like a really gassy, almost like chemi banana-y.
Oh,
and I don't.
Okay. Yeah, I was not.
I don't
get the
that.
banana. I for sure get the banana, but it was more of like a sour that reminds you of a banana.
Please, yeah, absolutely.
We also did a dab like before this.
I also
we
just
did some market research before this.
Yeah, market research. It's
It
samples, I
doesn't look
believe,
bad,
is what they
though.
call them.
Doesn't
now.
look bad. I'm digging how it looks.
Yeah, and that's the thing is in terms of color, in terms of look, in terms of texture, this is like spot on for me. Like I think it looks great. I agree with you. A little bit light on the nose. So I'll be curious to see how it dabs. But we gotta give it a try? Oh yeah. We gotta hold it up so all the people at home can see it as well. If you're on the audio version, go check us out on YouTube. It's really cool. This is their cold cure.
Ooh, are you using
70
a Puffco?
through 159.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Puffco sponsored the show.
Yeah, we want Puffco to sponsor our show, so we're just
We can make that happen.
Puffco.
We're manifesting it.
All right.
Puffco is going to sponsor the show.
You guys are saying banana and chemi and whatnot, and I'm getting flashbacks to like basketball gym bag. It's like rubber sneakers.
Shut up.
It's
Now I need
like
to
rubber
smell it
basketball. It's like yeah. It reminds me
Let
of
me,
my
like,
like high
restart my
school
nose.
basketball
Yeah.
gym bag or locker.
Interesting. One time you described terps as smelling like the ground up rubber at the bottom of like a climbing
you know what this
wall.
smells like?
Yeah, the REI climbing
When
wall.
you put your hands in latex gloves and you take your hand out and you smell your hand and it's like still like sweaty and
Wow,
rubbery.
yeah.
That's what it smells like.
I got like rubber soles of specifically like
You're like, yeah, let me smell it.
All right, now yeah, let me get good at that.
Tell me I'm not wrong. Come on.
I wasn't getting banana though.
No, and
That's what it reminded
Okay,
me
yeah,
of.
I lost the banana. I had the banana at first, but I don't have the banana anymore.
Power of suggestion of gym shoes took over.
Not gym shoes. It still does have that. It has that gassy smell to it still, but I'm not getting like rubber.
I don't know where
But
the oranges are.
I'm usually wrong too.
Maybe
so
if you
there's
like whip
You're not
it a
wrong.
little.
yeah.
It's
My
just
subjective experience is that of a caveman. So
I am curious,
Caveman
what's the
terps.
dab size that you do on the show?
I believe we put in about 1/10 of a gram. So a nice little globber. I didn't show it to the camera this time, but it was a pretty nice size scoop.
we'll do. Well, since there's 4 of us, we'll do 2. Seconds.
If
We've
I have
had
to.
one dab, yes, but what about second dab?
Oh,
Second dab is perhaps one of my favorite dabs. Yeah, that's super interesting. I get just a lot of that rubber, like almost way more rubber on the taste than I do on the
but
nose.
I smell it more when I smoke it.
Yeah.
It's a little harsher on my throat, just a little bit. Gives me a a tickle in my nose. Oh, I want to sneeze now. Oh. Okay, my eyes are gonna start watering now. I have to
Yeah.
sneeze. No, it's so bad. This is the worst.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta
the
keep
verge
it
to
together on
sneeze.
camera. This is the part that everybody
gotta breathe
tunes
through
in
it.
for. It's
I know.
it's the post dab. Like, how did they look afterwards?
Yeah, how were they? Are
Hell
they okay?
no. Are people gonna see my face?
God,
A
no.
little
No, this
bit.
is just an audio podcast.
Audio only.
But if
Okay.
people want the video version, come check us out on YouTube. 'cause we
Oh,
might-
really? They can, but they can see my face if they
I
want.
mean, if they're on the YouTube version.
Dang,
Yeah.
you should have told me that, Tanner.
Well,
I would have fixed my hair.
I think it looks.
I'm just kidding.
I think it looks great. But no, that's.
I thought the cameras were.
Well, I didn't know if they were like on my face. Maybe just only on Tanner or something. I don't know.
No, that's so fair. That's so fair. No,
Welcome
took a
to the
dab before
Zen
this,
Den.
you guys,
No, we're
okay?
happy to have you.
yeah.
Welcome to the show, and we're back.
And we're back. So, what do you guys think
For
of
real
the
this
taste
time,
of that?
okay?
Yeah, exactly. Because it was definitely stronger than I think the smell was for me.
Yes.
But did I, and I mean this so lovingly, did I enjoy the flavor?
I'm gonna give it
I don't
a
know.
mid. It's a solid 5 for me.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Are we rating it already? Am I jumping ahead?
You can jump
Okay.
wherever you want. This
Sorry.
is a weed show. There's no.
All right, sweet.
all made up.
That's what I'm giving it. Like a 5, maybe a 6 on a good day.
Okay. Yeah. We do a made up test here, which is a Q-tip test, just to see how much is left behind after the dab.
I
feel like I'm
would
being too
say-
harsh.
No. I would say
think?
that's probably I would say if you're feeling 5,
Don't hate me.
I would feel comfortable. Going first is usually the hardest part, and it usually begins with silence. So, I think that a 5.5 would be a very fair place to put it. I would maybe it's a temp thing, but I don't know. I feel like
We'll
10
show,
usually temps them quite
We're
well.
gonna do a little bit of a collaboration. Yeah. So we, what's nice about the Puffco, shout out Puffco, sponsor the show, is that
They will.
We
Watch.
just have a uniform temp that we use for every chirp tasting, so it's always the exact same. It is a bit higher than some people recommend, but
Wait, next time if I get the opportunity, can I bring a different?
of
Puffco?
course.
I have
Absolutely.
a pivot and the proxy.
Okay, totally. So I have the pivot as well, and
Okay,
I've
do you
tried
love
a
your
couple of the
pivot?
proxies, but do I like my pivot? I like it as a tool to do dabs where I'm not supposed to do them.
Yes,
That I think is incredible.
I love it for that too. was
Can I
just
do a
like that.
dab in the bathroom of a school? Allegedly, maybe.
I love that.
Could I with a Puffco? It would be much harder.
No, but I love what you said. It's just very discreet. Sometimes if I'm sometimes I want to be extra and I'll just put my sleeve up a little bit,
Yeah.
and it's even better because you have to hit it at that angle, So it's very low key. But I love it. I was just curious about how you felt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that way with the PAX, but the pivot is so much smaller than the PAX devices were, and it also concentrates far better. So
Yeah.
Puffco sponsor the show.
Puffco sponsor the show.
Wait, I want to know what you're rating it.
Yeah, so well here, let's heat up second dab. We talked about that, so we'll keep it going. I think I'd go maybe a little bit higher than a 5, but I agree with you that I think this is sort of in that middle tier for me of I wouldn't be grabbing this off the shelf every single day. I think it's probably a 6 for me. I think it's fine. I don't think it's great. It's also been in my fridge for 2 months. Maybe that makes it less good, but
Maybe, yeah. Well, it's still weak to me, and it did the job. I'm feeling it.
Rosin, and
Yeah.
I prefer rosin.
Yeah,
most
there you
times,
go.
So there's that too.
Yeah.
So.
That plays a factor.
But I have to say, all right, so I just took second dab. I'm excited to hear Jordan's take and your guys' take. It's just the aftertaste.
Is it coming back around this way too?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
we'll circle it around.
Sweet.
The aftertaste I just don't love. It's very much reminiscent of some of the old school dabs that I would have. That like I think rubber is like the closest flavor profile I'm able to tie to this. I don't get a ton of that banana, maybe like a little bit on the after note, but to me it's more that like rubber chem banana than any gassy funkiness.
Sure.
I agree with you with sour on the nose. I get less of the sour flavor. I don't know. So yeah, I think 6 is sort of where I'm at. Where are others?
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
I'm throwing in the middle. I'll go 5.5 because
Okay.
I'm
You good?
yeah. I'm generally unimpressed with the flavor. Like the aroma was fine, but it was better than what I'm getting now.
I agree. I have a strong aftertaste now.
It is very reminiscent, yes, of old, kind of my first exposure to this type of cannabis. Yeah, it tastes a little. It's not overly refined. I
Yeah.
think there's a rawness to it.
Because were you guys here when I brought in their strawberry cotton candy?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think both of you took dabs. Unfortunately, you weren't here. I'll have to share some with you sometime. And I thought that was just like knockout. Super good. Really
Yeah.
flavorful, really fruity, really clean. This stuff feels really clean to me, but just not really the flavor I like.
Did you get that the same time you had gotten that?
I got more of the other stuff when I got this.
Oh, okay.
But no, they were two separate.
I was just curious if the timeline was the same. So
No, but I will bring in the other stuff. I have a couple different oak jars we can try through and maybe do a flight. See what we think.
oh, a flight. I'm excited for that.
But
now.
Kale, sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
what
so
are your
really-
numbers? What are your thoughts on
I
this?
was gonna say, yeah, 5.5 was right about where I would say it is. I think on the nose, like it definitely had a lighter nose to it, but I would say in terms of flavor, it's probably not what I would reach for. But I wouldn't be upset if I had it at the right price.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Now as we're sitting with it though, I'm feeling lighter in my shoulders and neck than I was. I think I was carrying a lot of weird tension into the room, and but I also feel heavy in my seat. If that makes sense, I feel lighter on my spine, heavier in my butt.
Okay,
Like
I feel it.
I'm locked to the chair, but I feel lighter inside. You know?
Yeah. This is definitely what they call one of those indica couches, not one of those stevias. This is
Oh,
definitely one
yes.
of
I would
those-
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes. If
No,
I was a
but yeah.
newbie, I would be scared.
Yeah.
But I'd go to the gym, me being me, being like this.
I do think the general pace and frequency of all of our speech has decreased.
Right back.
Yeah, it's
And,
definitely slowed.
You know, we've slowed down, and we're
I
also
can feel it.
and we're also just like kind of like hanging out right here, like just above vocal fry. And we're just like
This is like campfire.
this is what normal
Dabs.
aged podcasts sound like. Actually,
This is why I listen to all of my podcasts on 1.25 speed.
I've been 2 times for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's that I get bored if there's too much space between words. You know?
Yeah.
Do I talk too fast on the show?
I don't think so. I think you talk at the perfect rate for me, at least, to listen to you. I feel like sometimes when people talk too slow, I see myself not listening to the point of the message.
What things do you think we're doing poorly on the podcast?
Poor
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna be honest.
This is
no.
constructive feedback hour. Let's go.
Yeah, no, we'll say that.
I was gonna say that Tanner's Terp tasting is one of my favorite parts of the segment.
I
I
appreciate
love
that.
hearing it. I love to hear like who you're trying, and most of the time I do see them like the jars floating around
Yeah.
my friends, and it's just nice to hear from, because I feel like you smoke not as much as me, but like you are up there where you're tasting a lot of different things and you know what you like and what you don't. And it's just fun to hear what other people experience. And usually it's on the same wavelength, and usually it's just different. Depends on everyone. But
Have you been in Minnesota for a while? I don't know much about your
oh
background.
yeah, I was born and raised in Minnesota. I'm first generation born in the United States though. My family is from Mexico.
Okay, very cool.
people always say I have a Minnesota accent. I don't hear it. I feel like it's just, I don't know.
I think you sound very Minnesotan, but in like a loving way. And
I love it. I love it. I am fluent in Spanish. I know how to speak Spanish.
That's cool. All right.
I did used to be, I was in school to be a special ed teacher, actually. So whenever you talk about
really
you
cool.
used to be a teacher, I was like, me too, Tanner.
Special ed.
In the
it's
car
supposed
when
to
I'm
go.
like driving, I listen to you a lot on my way to like, when I'm just doing my errands and stuff like that. It's just fun staying involved in, it's fun seeing the Minnesota cannabis market start, like working in it and also being consumer, and then just hearing other people starting their business and just being the behind the scenes and just seeing all this cool things happening. So I like just listening to you guys and staying in the loop with that kind of stuff too.
I appreciate that. But I want to sort of ask you a question and sort of turn it back on you. So here's why I asked if you were from Minnesota. No, not at all. No, and I love, because it's actually right on what you were talking about. For me, it's been so cool being able to go from a period of time where like I knew a couple of people that were selling oil to now like there's so many different rosin producers and makers and brands in Minnesota that it's actually like there are times when I feel like I'm not able to like try all this stuff. Like I go to these hangouts and it's like, I wish I could take home another jar.
Yes, I feel the same.
What has it been like for you watching this all come online?
In the way, like, I'm just trying to show love and support to everyone, and I don't want anyone to like get offended if I don't buy from them. And it's just fun seeing how people are just trying to be different. Like everyone is trying to stand out in a different way. Totally. You can see that. But for me personally, I think it's just for the longest time, I was just getting things out of. Can I say
totally.
that?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
a lot of my cannabis was from Cali, or Colorado, and I was like, there's just a lot of ifs with that. Like, where is it coming from? How many people handle that? Is it clean? Just so many things. I'm very intentional. Like I work for Wink, drink Wink, you know?
Yeah, shout out Wink.
I love Wink. But I'm very intentional with what I put in my body, and I just wanted to start dabbling with the local part of it. And like, we have some good like wax in Minnesota.
Absolutely.
We do. Like, I'm excited to see more people put more love into it, because I was seeing a lot of just growers stopping at flower, but now I'm seeing people like stepping it further with their flower.
Totally. Yeah, the amount of solventless, it's been really incredible going from, hey, there's a couple people that are sort of experimenting with solventless, to going to some of these hangouts and there's 30 different types that you can try, all locally sourced or locally grown, and like, it's a cool time to be a consumer. That's
my favorite thing to say to people is, can I smell your jar? Can I open your jar?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, 100%.
I love doing that.
Well, and I feel like the terps that we're able to smell, at these events are just people used to fight for things like that, and we just get to go and hang out and enjoy it. So
it's been fun.
Do you guys think that there's a correlation between cannabis consumption and teaching?
Yes.
yeah,
I mean, it's okay. So like I mentioned, I work for Wink, and a lot of the times I'm visiting different accounts, and I'm talking to a lot of different people who different accounts, whether it's liquor stores, dispensaries, or like stores like this. And a lot of these people will want to chat, and a lot of the people that are going to the THC are people who are working in childcare, teachers. And I tell people, I'm a mom. I have a 5-year-old who is on the autism spectrum, and I have a 3-year-old. I mean, I have a 5-year-old and 3-year-old, period. With that, that's a lot,
Yeah, totally.
But it has made me a better mother. It's made me present. It's made me just be present with my daughter and giving her the patience that she requires and that she needs. And there's been moments where like the little things aren't a big deal. Like, for example, when they spill their Cheerios and you have to clean it up. Okay, I'll clean it up. Wait, mommy needs a break.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
But whatever it is, or mommy needs her gummy, whatever it is, that you're doing, or your Wink, countdown, shout out countdown.
Yeah.
But and like I said, it makes me a better mother. It makes me present. It gives me that patience, and it makes me just brings the kid in me.
Yeah.
It makes me imaginative play, and I play with my kids. I'm engaged. When I take my kids to the playground, I don't use my phone. My phone's put away, and I'm on the playground. Like I'm playing
cool.
whatever my daughter is playing.
Yeah.
And it's a little like, at first it was intimidating because you see all the adults not on the playground, but it's like, what are we doing? Like we need to like show them with examples, like with ourselves, how we use our body and how do you use the equipment, and just they're only that little at that point of time, you know. They're only going to get bigger.
Absolutely. And being able to like influence them or be part of that, like them becoming a person, like you only get to do that once. There is no second.
Exactly.
Second go at
And
that.
I just love, like I said, I love cannabis because it's just made those moments where like I've noticed like cleaning up used to be dreadful for me. Like it used to be a stressor. It used to cause maybe arguments with my partner, but then I smoke and I'm like, I'll shut up.
Yeah,
I'm not complaining about anything.
Yeah. I think to answer your question and
gets
to
done.
like tie it back to that is like in a job that requires patience,
Yes.
having a substance that one of the side effects is patience, man, those two go hand in hand real easily. And I would never encourage for people to be like,
Sorry, that was a long answer for your question.
No, but I love it.
forgot.
No, but I think it's
This is a podcast.
Yeah.
That's the point.
yeah, people
I'm
like
sorry,
hearing us
I
talk.
forget that this is a podcast and this is so cool, you guys. So thank you for like even just asking me to be part of it. I don't even know if like you asked me, but I was here for
Absolutely.
it.
No, truly. Thank you so much for joining for this part. Thank you so much for just like, along with me and others people, just like being part of this community. Like, I'm so excited that for the longest of time, this was something that had to be done in secret and done privately. And like, you had your couple friends and that was sort of it. And now we get to like post Instagram videos of us doing dabs. And like, does Mark Zuckerberg get mad about it? Like every so often, but like, are we still able to enjoy this culture in community? Absolutely. So thanks for just being part of that community and making this all possible.
Yeah, thank you for, like I said, just creating a space that we can just sit and chat about it too, because I think that just needs to be more, it has to be done. You know, someone has to do it, create these spaces.
And I think something that's important is not all these makers can come in front of a camera and say, this is what I'm doing, because some of what they're doing still is in that legacy market.
Yeah.
And so being able to be here and talk about some of the other, just like I could shout them so many out right now. We had McLovin Melts just a couple of weeks ago. Like we've had so many that we've tried locally, and I just love that people are doing that work. So I thank you for helping us to make a platform to share out what these cool people are doing. So we stand on the shoulders of giants of really cool hash makers. That's for sure.
What happened to Kale?
Oh, he died.
Kale.
No. He, I assume.
He had to go and do his
Yeah.
actual job.
Oh,
This
oh,
is
yeah,
his
I
like
forgot.
we call this his smoke break. This is his union
You guys are
mandated
so
15.
funny.
Yeah. So shout out to Kale.
Big shout out, Kale.
Thanks for joining us always. But no, thanks so much for joining today.
geez,
And
that dab definitely slowed me down. Oh,
Yeah.
Green Machine is here. I'm gonna ask him about his eggs.
oh yeah.
Can I hop off? Am I allowed to leave?
Can I have a black cherry wink before we go?
I low key might have some in my car, and let me go check.
All right, we'll talk about it. All right, you can catch the New Tanner's Trip Tasting every Friday, and of course, Northern Lights Podcast in the same feed every Tuesday. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever they play podcasts. We want to be or are, and we're very grateful about that. And hey, are you still listening to our podcast, Jordan? People might still be listening, right?
For the diehards.
Yeah, for the diehards.
Wait,
You know,
is there almost like I think I've realized something.
Yeah.
There should be a reward for people who stick around this long
Okay.
and who put up with our slow talking and our
the
vocal fry
the
and
rambling.
our rants. I think we might have something for them for the people that are sticking around for 22 minutes.
Yeah. How about if you, in the comments of the YouTube video,
Yeah, let's go YouTube.
go to YouTube, check out this video. If you're listening to the audio version, I'm sorry, we're going to make you go to YouTube, but a good opportunity to hit that subscribe button, catch out the video version. Let's see. We dabbed some Bananaconda today. How about if you put the word anaconda, the snake? You know, put that in the show notes. We'll make sure that we send you a little free gift. Who knows what it could be?
And that was
What? Oh my gosh! I was joking, but this is real.
No,
All right.
don't joke with me.
All right.
I'll make things happen. Like
Lau-
you said,
Lauren got me
I'll
hooked
go to
on these.
sponsor, we'll make it happen.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
yes, please.
Yeah, these are dangerously good. All right, but yeah. So put anaconda in the show notes. Don't tell your friends. Just put it in the show notes. Just do it. People will be confused, but you'll get a cool gift. We'll send you a DM. Get your address. Get something sent your way.
Are we even gonna like tell them what the gift is?
Nah.
Tanner, you tease.
Well, we'll see y'all next week, or of course on Tuesday if you watch Northern Lights, which you should. Thank you, everyone. See you next week.